Liverpool star Harvey Elliott gives West Ham the news they wanted, and now it's over to David Sullivan. Liverpool ace Harvey Elliott has broken his silence on links with a move to West Ham, and it's the news Graham Potter has been desperate to hear. With young Liverpool and England Under 21 midfield star Harvey Elliott making his stance clear, attention now turns to Hammers chief David Sullivan to see if he can get a deal done. Last week West Ham broke their silence on the club's interest in Reds playmaker Elliott. Now the 22-year-old has spoken for the first time since being heavily linked with a move from Anfield to the London Stadium. Graham Potter is desperate to overhaul West Ham's woefully assembled midfield. Jurgen Klopp's first 7 Liverpool signings, where are they now? Last week West Ham broke their silence on the club's interest in Reds playmaker Elliott. Now the 22-year-old has spoken for the first time since being heavily linked with a move from Anfield to the London Stadium. Graham Potter is desperate to overhaul West Ham's woefully assembled midfield. A journalist with strong contacts behind the Iron's curtain claimed recently that West Ham are confident of doing a deal with Liverpool for Elliott. West Ham insisted did they have chance to sign Liverpool's Elliott. When West Ham revealed several of their targets were playing at the under-21 Euros, all roads pointed to Elliott and a number of his triumphant England teammates. It has since emerged that the Hammers have been holding talks with Liverpool over 2 England Under-21 stars in the shape of Elliott and Tyler Morton. West Ham made an enquiry about the conditions to sign Elliott from Liverpool while he was leading England to glory and being named player of the tournament in the process. Speculation has suggested Elliott has grown frustrated by his lack of game time at Anfield. His mood, and chances, will not be improved by Liverpool's impressive transfer drive this summer. Elliott was seen crying after Liverpool's last game of the season, suggesting he knew it could be his last for the team he has supported all his life. West Ham have reportedly been made aware Liverpool are open to selling the 22-year-old, although the Reds may insist on a buy-back clause in the deal. It was reported last week that the Hammers had admitted defeat in signing the former Fulham starlet. But the club spoke out in a Hammers News exclusive as West Ham's owners insisted there was still a chance they could sign Elliott. With Elliott there is a chance, it is only a small chance, but never say never, the top spokesman for West Ham's board told Hammers News earlier this month. Elliott gives West Ham the news they wanted. Things have gone a touch quiet regarding Elliott of late, and he is in Hong Kong with Arne Slot's squad for their preseason tour. The Elliott links, along with the double fullback capture of El Hadji Malik Diouf and Kyle Walker-Peters, had breathed new life and some positivity into the toxic air that had started to engulf West Ham. But confirmation Potter doesn't feel the club needs a new striker, coupled with news that aging, injury-prone forward Callum Wilson is on the verge of joining the club, has dampened the mood massively. Because Liverpool star Elliott has given West Ham the news they wanted, and now it's over to Sullivan. Wilson's agent is Will Salthouse, a close friend of the Sullivan family. So there has been a backlash towards majority owner Sullivan about the reportedly imminent move. Potter wants to rebuild the oldest Premier League squad around young stars like Elliott. Now the pressure is on Sullivan to deliver a deal for the versatile midfield ace. Because when asked about the speculation over his future and links to the likes of West Ham, Elliott has admitted he has to leave his beloved Liverpool for the good of his career, even if he doesn't want to. And if Sullivan can pull off a deal with Liverpool, Elliott would arrive in East London with the perfect motivation to be a hit as he wants to make the senior England squad for next summer's World Cup. Elliott admits he needs to leave Anfield for good of his career. I love everything about the club, but at the same time I kind of need to be selfish and see what's best for me. I have big ambitions. I want to get in the World Cup squad. I want to keep being successful as a player. It's something I still need to review. I need to have a talk with everyone and review the situation. We have many new players who have come in, so whether it blocks the path for me I'm not sure. It's something I need to have a look at and decide. Brighton and Dortmund have been linked as rival suitors to West Ham. If Sullivan wants to redeem himself with some Hammers fans, and perhaps his own manager in light of the Wilson situation that's unfolding, then winning the race for Elliott would be a great way to start. The new Salah. Liverpool agreed personal terms to sign world-class star. Liverpool won the Premier League last season. Could they repeat the trick in Arne Slot's second season? Though underdogs last year, with Jurgen Klopp having stepped down from his post, the Reds' success under Slot's wing and the sweeping changes that have been enforced across the past 2 months of the summer transfer window have changed the lens through which rivals view the Anfield side. Now, the champions are ready to go again, with Mohamed Salah handed some degree of fresh offensive quality to partner him in the final third. Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, stand up. But more may yet be on the horizon. Liverpool lining up another signing. Luis Diaz is set to finalize his transfer to Bayern Munich imminently, with the German Bundesliga champions having agreed a £65.5 million fee with Liverpool. Fabrizio Romano previously confirmed that Liverpool would look to advance their bid for Isak, who only wants Anfield, after cashing in on Diaz. Newcastle might end up reluctantly cashing in, but only if their asking price, in the ballpark of £130 million, is met. Why Liverpool want Alexander Isak? Across 3 seasons in England with Newcastle, the 25-year-old Isak has established himself as one of the best in the business, with analyst Raj Chauhan even hailing him as the best striker in the world, for his efforts across the 2024-25 campaign. Isak scored 27 goals across all competitions, but he is so much more than just a goalscorer. As per FBref, he also ranked among the top 16% of forwards across Europe last season for shot-creating actions, the top 13% for progressive passes and the top 7% for progressive carries per 90. He's an incredible striker, but more importantly, he's a phenomenal player. In this way, the £120,000 per week Isak has what it takes to step up as Liverpool's new talisman, having already been called a world-class player by pundit Alan Shearer. Despite signing a new 2-year deal in April, Salah is now 33 and won't maintain his current level forever. At times last season, it felt as if Salah single-handedly dragged Liverpool to the Premier League title, incredibly clinching 57 goal contributions across all competitions. Isak has that star quality that could see him clutch the proverbial torch and push Liverpool forward through the coming era. Though Isak might not be the positional heir to Salah's throne, given that people are already talking about him, there's every reason for Merseyside fans to start getting excited, for they have a superstar in their sights. Having spent 3 years establishing himself in the English top flight, Newcastle's focal frontman is now ready to take the next step in his career and join Slot's squad. And while fans will be treated to a partnership between Isak and Salah, should the striker indeed sign this summer, for the next 2 seasons, Slot might end up finding that he's landed his new version of the Egyptian king in this deadly number 9. Massive Liverpool news has now emerged regarding Reds' search for new striker. Liverpool have now reportedly reached an agreement over the signing of Eintracht Frankfurt striker Hugo Ekitike, in the latest piece of Reds business this summer. The Frenchman has emerged as a leading attacking option for the Premier League champions in recent days, with Newcastle United star Alexander Isak proving to be difficult to sign. Ekitike has been linked with a host of top clubs throughout the summer transfer window, but it now looks as though Liverpool have got their man. According to This Is Anfield, the Reds have agreed a deal for the 23-year-old, bringing him in on a 6-year deal worth a total of £79 million. The Frankfurt ace will now undergo a medical ahead of the transfer being officially announced, as Liverpool close on some significant business before the 2025-26 season gets underway. While still learning as a player, he has already scored 26 goals in 64 matches for Frankfurt, also netting 5 times in as many caps for France's under-21s. Former Netherlands midfielder Wesley Sneijder has even compared Ekitike to both Kylian Mbappé and Neymar, which is enormous praise. I might say something really crazy, but I'll say it anyway. I think he's a mix between Neymar and Mbappé. I sincerely think so. He has the grace of Neymar, but also the movements of Mbappé. To suddenly accelerate, that's something that Mbappé also has. And he's only 22 years old. There's really a lot of potential in this boy. It is going to be so exciting to see what Ekitike can achieve in a Liverpool shirt in the coming years, hopefully benefiting greatly from playing alongside some world-class footballers, from Florian Wirtz to Mohamed Salah. There may be times when some patience is required with him, considering the Frenchman is a younger, rawer version of Isak in some ways, but he has the ability to become a superstar at Anfield, becoming the next great number 9 at the club.